So what's the difference between a good truck stop and a bad truck stop? Well, there's a few differences, so let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode with Trainer Alan, your OTR truck driving instructor. So today we're talking about truck stops. Now, I want you to understand, today we're talking about truck stops, okay? For those of you who listen to this, watch it, I just need this disclaimer up front. We're talking about truck stops, okay? We're not talking about truck parking. That will be the next video. But this one, we're specifically talking about truck stops. In the next video, I'll discuss the nuances between parking and truck stops, because one may not be where you're going to do the other. But as far as general truck stop stuff, this is the video for that. All right, so there are 7 things that I consider when I consider which truck stop I'm going to be stopping at, whether for the day, for the night, for a 34, whatever, okay? And those 7 things are these, and pretty much in this order most of the time. So let's start off with number 7, all right? Number 7 is something that's important, but not all that important, because hopefully you have some of this in your truck. Make sure you always have some of this in your truck, and that is food, okay? Now, I'm a foodie, so to put this clear down at number 7 is pretty tough for me, okay? I love food. I love good food. I love scrumptious food, okay? Now, when we talk about food and scrumptious food, I'm obviously not talking about fast food, right? Because fast food isn't scrumptious food. It's okay. It can be okay. But it's always best, if you're not cooking in your truck, that you have someplace that's got decent food, especially if you're down for a 34 at a truck stop, okay? And we'll talk about 34s in another video. But food is my number 7 consideration when stopping for the night, because I'm a foodie and I love food. And if possible, I would like to, if not have a good hot dinner, I would like to have a good hot breakfast. Okay? And so some of my top truck stops are going to be mom and pop truck stops for this category. Okay? But I like to really find a place that covers all of this list that I'm about to give you. And not all mom and pops cover all of this list, okay? But there are some decent options out there at the major truck stops. You know, of course, we all know the major truck stops, right? They're Pilot, Flying J, which is now all the same company. You've got Petro and TA, which are now both owned by the same company. Of course, you got Love's. Depending on your region, you may have a Quick Trip or Quick Star. So, yeah, we all know the major ones. And pretty much any major truck stop that you go into, they're at least going to have fast food, right? Which is whatever, okay? But I like a sit-down meal, okay? And while Denny's isn't my favorite place to go sit down and eat, it's up there. I mean, it's decent food. It's a good hot meal, okay? So food is my number 7 consideration when stopping at a truck stop. My number 6 is noise. What is the noise level of a certain truck stop? You know, do they have a shop situated right in the middle of their lot where no matter where you park, and you're going to have to listen to, you know, the grease guns going all night or whatever? You know, that's consideration for me. Is it right next to the highway and the only parking is right next to the interstate where you have to listen to traffic if you're trying to sleep during the day? So that's a consideration for me. And yes, that consideration comes before food, because a lot of people like to use noise machines, right? And noise machines are okay. You know, if you don't have a good noise machine, I will leave a link in the description below to a noise machine on my store that you can pick up. But noise machines are okay, but I prefer a quieter environment. And so I don't use noise machines unless I absolutely have to. Okay, I like just a good, quiet, cool environment. So, but that's me. But noise is a big thing for me. I want to keep that noise level down. After driving in the truck all day, listen to the sound of the truck and everything. I want a nice, relaxing place to sleep that's not overly noisy. Number 5, fuel. Are you in a position right now when you stop that you need to go ahead and get fuel? Okay. If I'm stopping for the night and I know I'm low on fuel, guess what? The first thing I'm going to do is hit that fuel island. Unless I will not hit that fuel island first if parking is about wiped out. Okay, if I've been driving from, say, 2 a.m. to 1 p.m., then yeah, I'll go ahead and swing in and get fuel before I find a parking spot. Now, if it's after about 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm going to go ahead and park, and then when I get up, go get my fuel. The reason for that is because by the time I get through the fuel island and out to go find a parking spot, there might not be a parking spot. So if I pull into a truck stop and I see a parking spot or two, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those and fuel in the morning. Okay. Another thing to consider on the fuel issue is, where does your company allow you to fuel? Some companies don't care. Most of the major ones anymore have specific places where they want you to stop and get your fuel, and they may even tell you how much fuel to put on at that fuel stop. So another consideration for you there on what truck stop to stop at. My number 4 consideration, showers. And yes, this comes before fuel. If I need a shower, I want to make sure that it's got plenty of showers and that they're kept clean. One of my biggest pet peeves is going into a truck stop and being sent to a shower and getting in there and it's not clean. Okay, so that's a big thing for me. And another thing about the showers is, do they have hangers in there? Okay, because I like to make sure that my stuff's hung up. I use a shower bag, and I'm sure you probably do as well. In fact, here's another one I'm going to drop in the links below for my store, and a couple of nice shower bags actually on my store there. So check those out. But I like to be able to hang my stuff up. I don't want to have set it on the floor. Okay, I don't need everything up on the countertop around the sink. I want my stuff to be able to hang up. Okay, keep it clean off the floor. Number 3, prices. Pricing is very important to me, and that's why it's number 3. No matter what kind of food they have, what kind of products they have, if I need to pick something up and I haven't been able to get to Walmart or someplace recently, and I need to grab a couple things or whatever, I need to know that their prices aren't going to kill me. I need to know that their parking prices aren't going to kill me. As a matter of fact, most of the time, if I pull into a place and I find out it's paid parking after 2 hours, I'm gone. Okay, I don't dig that. I'm going to be spending money in there. Don't charge me. Don't charge me for parking. A lot of these places have, some of the places, a lot of TAs and Petros especially, if you spend so much in their store, then their parking's free. Okay, or if you buy fuel, your parking's free. Other places like these new ones where it's no matter what, if you're going to park in one of these spots, you got to pay for one of these spots. Now, there's other non-paid parking spots, but these paid spots, they really get me, and most of them, there's no way to get your way out of it. There's no, oh, well, if you buy such and such in the store, you don't have to pay. No, you're paying, period. And depending on what area of the country you're in, you're probably paying anywhere from $10 to $20 to sleep for the night. I'm not into that. I'm spending money in your store. I'm not going to pay to sleep unless I'm absolutely in a position where I have no choice. But generally, I plan and schedule well enough that it doesn't happen that way. I rarely ever pay for parking. But again, prices in general, I'm not going to pay $1 million for something that's only worth $5. Okay, and why so many of these places think their stuff's worth gold now, I don't know. But pricing is important to me. Number 2, the area that the truck stop is in. Is it a good area? Is it good for distance from my next stop? Okay, that's number 2 consideration. And there's not, well, but one thing that comes ahead of this. So, that area and the distance between point A and point B is a main consideration for me. Now, the number one consideration for me, and I hope it is for you too, and that is safety. Okay. Safety is my primary concern when I'm parking my truck at a truck stop. Is it a safe place? Does it have proper lighting? Does it, do they have a security guard out and about? These are things that I look for because safety has to be number one. Do they have holes out in the parking lot that seem like they're 5 feet deep that are going to destroy your truck or destroy your trailer? Are you going to be able to step out of the truck without stepping into a big mud hole? Okay. These are things that are important. Safety first, guys. Always safety number one. But that's all for my list of my top 7 things to consider on a truck stop. So, yeah. Again, like, subscribe. You guys, I obviously, I do these videos for free. And the only way that I can keep doing these is if I've got cash coming in to keep me around doing them. And so, if you could, please, support me. Go to my store, link down below, and give me that little bit of support. I do appreciate every bit of support that I get from you guys. All right, so that's it. And until next time, between now and then, keep that shiny side up, keep that dirty side down, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.